I was born into a world that was never built for me. Lincoln City, a sprawling, gray machine where only 4% of us were born different. They used us once, when our abilities were useful. We built the skyscrapers, ran the wires, did the jobs no one else could do. Then the machines got better and cheaper, and suddenly we weren't workers anymore. We were problems. So now we live in the shadows, broke and watched every second by drones and guardians, those metal police dogs that drop from the sky when someone like me so much as lights up a spark. I live with my mom in a little bungalow on the edge of the city. She works herself to the bone just to keep us fed, even though she's sick. Her hands don't stop freezing over, frostbitten and cracked, and every day I worry it's the day she doesn't wake up. I tried to do things the right way. I wore a tie, filled out applications, but I never get the job because I was powered. So I continued taking day labor, carrying lumber, wiring half-finished houses, pretending I wasn't who I am, until the drones came, scanning our faces. The law of the city is that only registered powered were allowed to work, so once the drones identified that we were unregistered, we have no choice but to stop the work. A pyro among us was caught having a criminal record and tried to run. The cops shot him in the back. And I just stood there, hating them, hating myself for not doing anything. My mom's life wasn't any better because of her episodes. Her boss kept talking trash to her, so I defended her, but that only cost her the job. Mom scolded me on the way home for showing my powers and always reminded me about my deceased father, telling me not to be like him. Another day and I'm waiting for a job, but the city thinks it's cool to remind me of how underprivileged I am. That's when I met Garrett. He rolled up to the strip mall where I waited for work, said he needed an electric. I asked for $200 up front, and he agreed to my terms. I climbed into his van, and just like that I was in. The job was simple. Break into a 10,000-volt electric fence is all I had to do. He gave me bolt cutters, but I preferred to use my hands. While loading, security caught up to us, so Garrett shoved him in the dumpster after a little scare. Our little scare prompted a police drone to look for our van, so Garrett and his crew stopped under a bridge and removed the paint job on the car, avoiding the drone. The truck went into a workshop, and we met with a bald guy who took us to see Garrett's boss, Marcus. Marcus was a mind reader, and saw that I was angry. He asked Nia to escort me while he spoke to Garrett. Later that night, Garrett dropped me off somewhere and gave me $300 extra. He told me that he had another job coming up that could pay me more. The next day my old boss came to offer us a new gig, but so did Garrett. I chose Garrett. We were having breakfast at a diner, and Garrett asked me why I decided to join up with him. I told him that my mom was sick, so he asked me to follow him. We got to a car, and he told me to short-circuit the alarm so he can steal the car. Garrett took his time to train me to use my powers for even more than what I was using it for, to prepare for the bank heist. Back at home, I lied to my mother that I had gotten the office job I had applied to earlier. I just wanted to see her smile. During the night of the heist, we went en masse and took out the guards. I managed to successfully fry the electric vault, and we broke into the safe, but they cleared the vault and left just the little we could take. As we were escaping, we got spotted by a drone, so I used my power to take it out. We went back to Marcus to air out our frustration, but we got attacked by someone who wanted to take both Marcus and Nia out. We stopped her, but I ended up getting hurt. I met with Nia again, and wanted to know why the shooter wanted to kill her. She touched my arm, and the wound was gone. She was a healer. When I got home, my mom had found the stash of money I had hidden, and knew I lied about the job. While I was venting my frustration, she passed out. The doctor said that if we didn't perform surgery soon, she was going to die. I was thinking of what to do while I walked out of the hospital, just to be stopped by 2 cops. They questioned me about Garrett and Marcus, but I wouldn't talk, so they let me out. I got picked up by Garrett, who wanted to know what I said to the cops. I told him the truth, and asked that I be taken to see Marcus. Marcus used his mind-reading power on me, and found out I didn't speak to the police. I cut a deal with him, saying if I get the pisky he lost from the police he gives me Nia, so I can use her to save my mother. Garrett cuts his own deal with him, asking to split the money 50-50. An agreement was made and so was a plan. We were robbing the police. The day came to rob the police. Garrett and his crew blocked the pathway for the police, and I charged up my power and fried the police car and the bots. We captured the police and took the pisky, but Marcus decided to double-cross us and kill the police and us. We tried to run away, but our deaf companion got hit as well. I was screwed and had no idea what to do, so I decided to go to the police for help. I gave up Marcus's location. The cops raided the place and a massive shootout occurred. Marcus escaped but was shot by Garrett. Garrett and I worked together to take down his bodyguard. I asked Nia to save my mom, but she showed me that if she did, whatever is bothering my mom would be transferred to her. I had to make a choice. I took Nia to the hospital, and at gunpoint I told her to heal my mother. I watched her heal my mother and I watched her suffer, but at the end of the day, I chose to save Nia. I gave Nia the truck and told her that she could go wherever she wanted to go. She was now free. I visited my mother's grave just to let know I was doing all right. I said my goodbyes, and just like that, I was now a wanted man.